where to get in, why your stop loss should be where it's at. Everything you learn in retail is stop below the old swing low if you're long, stop above the old swing high if you're short. And it's all directly related to the percent of risk that you're willing to take as a trader, which is the universal 2%. Everything about that's wrong. Everything about that shit is wrong. And you're doing it thinking that you're going to be the exception to the rule. And then you can go on social media and say, I climbed a mountain. That's it. I'm putting my flag here at the top of the mountain. No one's ever done it like me. When you don't realize what you're learning is misinformation. You have so many factors against you doing that shit, but it doesn't feel that way because you bought the book. You paid for the book. You took the time to read that book. You have now joined a religious cult. You think I'm a cult leader. That's a cult. Retail theory is a cult. It keeps doing the wrong shit that you all keep sipping the Kool-Aid thinking you're going to be able to get something out of that. You're getting the same shit, the same bullshit everybody else gets. Losses, drawdown, blown accounts, and misery and regret because you are falling in love with a market in a potential experience to change the course of your life, but you can't make it work with the shit that you're trying to spend money on. The smart ones say, fuck this early and say, I can't do this. And they don't ever invest any more money in the retail stuff. And they just say that nobody's making money. And it's not true, but largely it's true. So I had to go in between the overbought and oversold conditions with my retail bullshit that I was trying to use. And I come up with ways how I could go in and engage. And then once I was made privy to how markets are really booked and met with real market makers, not Goldman Sachs people, okay? None of that shit. Not trade desk managers that are controlling the flow for their customer base. That's not a market maker. You're a dealer, okay? That's all you are. You are not making the price. You can engage and transact in that price feed at that very moment, but you are not fucking making the market. When you discover how all this shit is rigged and it's designed to do these certain things at certain times of the day to deliver a certain high or low, it changes everything. It changes everything. You quickly put aside the very shit that they're poisoning everybody else with. All the misinformation, all the bullshit. And you focus on the stuff that matters most. Where's the truth in all this stuff? If it's overbought, oversold, then that's what causes the market to go up and down. If it's supply and demand, and that causes the market to go up and down, then why the hell is it that shit isn't making millionaires every single time someone sits down with it? Why aren't they all finding success? Why aren't they finding precision? They're not. Because it has a resemblance. It resembles something that they saw work in a book. And when I bought all these books and I bought all these courses and I subscribed and bowed my head down to all these gurus, I was a young man too. And I believe there's people out there that should have been worshipped, that should have been lifted up and held above everyone else. Heroes, titans. There is none. I'm not one of them. And your friend and family member on fucking social media that you think is growing to be some hero level shit. They're all people just like you and I. And the more they show the shit in hindsight and they can't teach it and prove that it can be transferable knowledge with precision-based elements with time, then it's all just retail. And retail is just a catalyst. A good money manager can make money with retail. A good money manager can make money with a heads or tails flip of a coin. I didn't want to be like that. I wanted to be someone that knew exactly what the hell they're doing, why they're doing it, and if I am wrong, I'm okay with being wrong if I understand why I was wrong. But when I was using retail shit, it never made sense why my trade, when it would fail, I got stopped out. Why the fuck did this happen? The stochastics was coming down, the moving averages on all the time frames were going down. I had a fucking bear flag, everything was going lower. And the people on CNBC, it was FNN back then, Financial News Network, shit